100 different flowers all along the cliff top edge. An overwater garden, sea washing in, sea washing out, pebbles on skin, smooth on shin, coming back through the forest, which path to take, lighting one candle with another. In a dream a daughter walks along a flowery edge. In a dream a grandmother trying to remember. Hear ye, from the country are we, here to present what's in the wild, here to present what's in the field. I am the gardener, I work in a place called heaven. I hear things, I see things, too ordinary to mention, too extraordinary to forget. Insects, birds, skies, colors, leaves, branches, sticks, mud, earth, worms, bones, ferns, too extraordinary to forget. Insects, birds, skies, colors, leaves, branches, sticks, mud, earth, worms, bones, ferns, too extraordinary to forget. Hallanto, jolly rumble-o, for we are up as soon as any day, oh, and for to fetch the summer home, the summer and the May, oh. The summer is a come, oh, and winter is a gone, oh. Once there was a patch of land, deep down in the valley, oh. Down in the valley, oh. Deep down in the valley, oh.
Nettle, devil's leaf, folk names, wild spinach, hokey pokey, hidgy pidgy. The Latin name for nettle is Urtica dioica. They grow mostly on damp, moist soils. Nettles have a square stalk with coarsely toothed leaves 4 to 8 centimetres long in opposite pairs up the stem. Nettles are incredibly nutritious and delicious. They make great beer, soups, and pesto.
I'm 2,000 years or more. On the land there was a hedge, made from temperate rainforest.
Plantain. Folk names, waybread, snakeweed, soldiers, kemps, fire leaves, ripplegrass. Planta in Latin means foot. You use the fresh leaves for bites, cuts, stings, sore teeth, and tooth infections.
In the hedge there was a hole, burned down, cut down, cleared was I.
Dandelion, lion's tooth, clockflower, puffball, telltime, pissing bed. There are more than 200 species of this flower, and all are useful. Dandelion is an all-season bee food. Their flowers can be eaten year-round. It's an ally for liver health. Its leaves have a bitter taste. Best to use the new leaves before they flower.
In the hole there was a tree. On the tree there was a branch.
Rose. There are 13 kinds of wild rose in this country, including the field rose, sweet briar, downy rose, damask and dog rose. They have large pink or white flowers in the summer, becoming red with rose hips in the autumn. And these rose hips can make the most delicious cordial syrup. Folk names for the rose: Queen of Flowers, Rosa, Witch's Briar.
On the branch there was a nest. In the nest there was a bird.
Bellis perennis, the daisy. Folk names: bruisewort, brainwort, banwort, common daisy, lawn daisy, poor man's arnica. Bellum in Latin means ball, and may also be from the daisy's use in wound healing. There are 10 species in the Bellis genus.
In the bird there was a song. 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 I am sun, I am moon, I am everything. I am sun, I am moon, I am everything. I am sun, I am moon, I am everything. I am the gardener.
You have an outline of a burst of sun around you. You can hear bird song, blue skies, snowdrop. Pinpoint, 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 pinpoint. Daddy, Daddy, Ivy, weaving and wandering, feeling and feeding the birds.
You are floating. Now you are above a hedge, and you lie on top of this hedge and sink into it, limb by limb. You can feel the moss covering the granite rocks. Mosses, you realise as you look more closely, are tiny, ancient, undisturbed forests, holding many times their weight in water.
You can see lichens draped on the windswept tree above you, and you wonder at the circular rosette shapes, colours, pistachio green, oranges, bluish grey. Some smooth, some white.
handwriting on a tree trunk. You read what it says through your fingers. You realise you are now in a haven. In a wildlife corridor. Foxgloves, foxgloves, foxgloves.
You find a fern spanning out its bracts, waving in the sun. And you are happy here. You are held. Poppies, poppies.
You are part of this heirloom, hidden in plain sight. You are part of the 30,000 miles of hedgerow that stretches out across Cornwall. You are part of the slate and granite and shale. Dark rose, prickly pink and perfumed. We are Hedge. Our ancestors' hands created these magnificent vertical wildlife walls of insect creature worlds. Rain, 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 rain,
Summer is a-coming in, loudly sing cuckoo. Sow a seed and blow it mean, and spring the woods anew. Sing cuckoo, you were fleetest off the land of chorus up to chorus. Chorus up to chorus, up to chorus, sing cuckoos. Cause, cause, Mary sing cuckoo, no cease and never know. Cause, noise!
Part of me knows what the crow's call means.
I'm suddenly hearing stuff, loud stuff.
Part of me's the ghost in the peal of church bells. All of me's tired of these journeys.
The flogging and clogging around about just then.
Part of my body is the A38.
Oh, the most beautiful brambled hue.
Just a tiny percent of me is quantum particles connecting across fleeting moments of our existence.
To the ancient humpback bridge, the moss, the ferns.
Severed roots ripped out, red earth falling over itself.
Shaken down.
It's cold and empty. No one's living there.
But they save the bees.
Torn apart for an entrance.
He'll start driving.
Left and spindle trees gone.
What can it be we are hearing?
allows the hedge to thrive.
Expanding hedgerows has been seen as a relatively easy win for tackling the climate and the biodiversity crisis, as it can easily fit into the farming environment while having many benefits for carbon storage and wildlife.
Earlier this year, the UK government raised hopes with a plan to plant 30,000 miles of hedgerows every year for the next 14 years. But disastrously, this was a printing error, my tears, because what they actually meant was a total of 30,000 miles altogether over the next 14 years, which is only half of that recommended by the Climate Change Committee.
Farmers were advised that some trees could be left to grow in the hedge for shade and shelter for cows, trees for birds to nest and perch, hedges for carbon storage, the stabilisation of the soil, our earth.
Some Cornish hedges date back 6,000 years to the time of the pyramids. They're a rare example of prehistoric remains still being used for their original purpose, continuing on into the future, still being built in the same way all those years ago.
When I was the stream, when I was the forest, when I was still the field, when I was every hoof, foot, fin, wing, when I was the sky itself. Nobody asked me what was my purpose. Nobody wondered, was there anything I might need? It was when I left all that we once were, the agony began. Fears and questions came, and tears I'd never known before. So I returned to the river, I returned to the sea, I returned to the forest, I returned to the forest. For there was nothing they could not love. I hear you sing, the hedgerow is everything. Sail, fly